Time to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about Chase Winovich.
Hi, Dave. This is Dante from Cleveland, longtime listener, first-time caller. My question is on the importance or role of Chase Winovich. Now, everybody's been saying that he's going to be more of a role player this year, a rotational guy. But I've looked at some of his advanced defensive stats, and I know that doesn't mean everything. But in 2020, which was his best year, he had 5.5 sacks, which isn't great. But he had 37 QB pressures. Now, this would be 15th in the NFL this past season. And that's over guys like Chandler Jones, Von Miller, Robert Quinn. Am I saying that he's better or as good as these guys? No, not by a long shot. But I'm saying there is potential there, and maybe do the Browns see him as a day one starter that could progress into something more significant since he has Myles Garrett on the edge? Just a thought I was kicking around in case we don't sign Jadeveon Clowney. I was thinking, well, maybe Chase Winovich is a good second option. Thanks. Appreciate taking my call.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. And don't wait, just call us and leave a voicemail. We'll use it. Quincy, your thoughts? Winovich, a guy that gets into the rotation, you think? I think they're counting on him. I don't know that they view him as, a 1A to Myles Garrett, but I certainly think they drafted some young guys to play behind him, too.
I would have a hard time believing that Bill Belichick would trade away a 1A edge rusher to the Cleveland Browns with Mack Wilson. Yeah, but look, when it comes to Chase, I would say his role would be very similar to what Takk McKinley's role was last year, right? Occasional pass rusher in there. He's going to get some nice rushes. If he gets 6 sacks, that's great. That's exactly what we wanted from Chase Winovich. But I would not expand those expectations any further unless we see reason to on the field. Chase is a guy that you want to use in short bursts. He's an energy rusher. That's kind of where you want to keep him at. If you put Chase Winovich on the field for, let's say, 200 snaps, you're going to get 75 snaps worth of production in the game. You know what I mean? He's going to give you 75 good snaps if you give him 75 if you give him 200. So you just have to use him. He's a role player. He could potentially be a very good role player, right? But I think ultimately he's a role player, a guy in the rotation. I don't think he's a guy you start opposite of Myles Garrett. I think we've been down that road before with Olivier Vernon, who you could argue was still better than Chase, and Emmanuel Ogbah and guys like that, where we have played around with that. Last year, we did not play around with who was opposite next to Myles, and you saw the fruits of that labor, right? So let's make sure we get real proven solutions next to Myles Garrett, because Myles is only going to be this dominant for so long. You can't waste that by having him be triple teamed on the other side.
Yeah, I'm with you. And again, there's nothing wrong with being Takk McKinley. If he's Takk McKinley, Browns are thrilled. Yeah, Takk McKinley was playing really well until he suffered the injury.